All right, so I was asked a question recently about if you just started meditating and challenging things start coming up, what should you do? And is it good to surround yourself with other people? So the first thing that I just want to say is I really honor you for your courage to face your own demons, to face that fear that comes up. And just asking that question means that you have the courage, means that you're willing to have a look at it, to deal with it, that you come to the point where you know that it's important to look at yourself and to truly just see what's inside. And that's just really awesome. That's the first step towards healing, towards a better life. And that something is coming up is really awesome. That means that you're ready to face it. That means that you have an opportunity to heal, basically, and that it is time to heal. So how to deal with this? Well, the first thing is to breathe, to remember to breathe, because when we sit in meditation, something difficult comes up. When we're scared, we stop breathing. So you might notice that today I had a phone call, for example, and it was really important to me, and I found myself breathing really shallowly. And so I just chose to breathe a little bit deeper, which was good. So breathe. The second thing that I thought about is to find some compassion for yourself. And basically acknowledging that it's okay to feel this way. It's something that's bound to come up, and just finding that acceptance that I love myself anyway. Just saying that I love myself anyway, even though I feel this way, it changes your perspective on these feelings. And and at the same time, just honoring yourself for taking this journey that you're on. And thirdly, choose your focus. And what I mean by that is that something difficult comes up, if it's a fear of something that you've had in the past, and it comes up to the surface, you have the opportunity to focus on it and feel it, to fully feel it. But if you don't feel supported, if you don't feel safe, if you can't surrender to it and accept it, then don't push yourself to feel it. What I mean by that is going into your fears, going into your pain is going beyond your comfort zone. And you don't want to, if you're afraid of public speaking, you don't want to go up in front of 10,000 people the first thing that you do. You might want to do that, but that wouldn't be my recommendation, because it might be too much for you to handle. So one step at a time. You start by speaking to one person, then 2 people, then 10 people. And eventually you'll be able to speak to 10,000 people quite comfortably, and you won't feel like a failure if you fail, because you've practiced a lot. And it's the same with this. If something difficult comes up and you started meditating, then don't be so hard on yourself and take it one step at a time. Just feel this one thing just for a few seconds and then let it go. You don't have to sit with it forever. And that's the power of your focus. Is also something you cultivate in meditation, but really the power of your focus means that you can choose to stay with what's painful, what's difficult, or you can choose to change your focus. And it's kind of like when you're just sitting and you feel uncomfortable, you can shift your seat a little bit. And first you just feel the discomfort and you're like, yeah. And then you decide that, okay, I'm going to shift my seat. And then you feel a little bit better. And you just notice that. And similarly, meditation, something really challenging comes up. and you can choose to stay with it for a while, and then you can choose to shift your focus to something else. Place your focus on your breath, on your sit bones, on a beautiful thought of someone you love, whichever. Do something fun. You don't even have to continue meditating. So then the fourth point that I had is to, and that's for the question of surrounding yourself with people. Just make sure that you feel supported when you're facing your fear, when you're facing the challenging thing that comes up in meditation. Make sure that you're supported, and by that I mean that you feel safe facing it. That can be one of the most therapeutic things. When I was still overcoming my agoraphobia, which I'm still doing, my social phobia, my fear of being in public spaces, I traveled on the train with my dad, and he held my hand. This was like a few months ago, and it was really beautiful. I had my scarf over my head, because it's a subconscious reaction, and somehow the scarf helps. And sitting on the subway, and we were just holding hands, and I felt safe while being in that environment that caused me so much panic before. Similarly, if you have someone there to support you that you trust, then absolutely surround yourself with people. If you feel unsafe and in an environment where there are people that you don't trust, that you're afraid of, then get the heck out of there. What are you doing there? I mean, if you're facing out of your comfort zone, that's awesome. But you don't have to push yourself that hard. And I would recommend surrounding yourself with people that you feel loved and supported by if you're facing something difficult. Not ask Donald Trump to help you, because he probably won't understand. And I don't know, I don't have an opinion about that, but that was just a thought. Okay, so finally, the fifth thing that I think is important is to just do what nourishes you, and that's with shifting focus again, is you shift your focus to something that feels good. And in your healing, in your meditation, after your meditation, just do something fun. Just do something that feels good, and take your thoughts off the thing that caused you fear, and you can come back to it later. Finally, the sixth thing is find some sort of therapy. And I know that's maybe not the first go-to thing that you want to do, but I don't mean traditional talk therapy. I mean body somatic therapy, like breath work or tapping, which is what has helped me the most, and which is what I work with now. Or you can do something else that works, craniosacral therapy, something that goes deeper than just meditation, because meditation is great and it can go really deep. But there are other techniques as well that can truly help in meditation. I used to struggle a lot with meditating because my body was so tense that I was just in a lot of pain when I was meditating. So it's really hard to focus. Now it's easier because my body feels better. And when you feel more pleasant in your body, it's easier to focus. It's easier to just be here now. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much what I had to say about that. So basically, just remember to keep breathing. That's number one. Number two, have compassion with yourself. Number three, choose your focus. Stay in something that feels good, or keep your attention on what doesn't feel good, and just expand gradually your comfort zone. Number four, make sure you're supported, and you don't even have to have people around you to feel supported. You can imagine that you have someone supporting you, like an angel or someone that you love. Number five is do what nourishes you. Do something fun after. Just switch your attention if it gets too much. It's kind of the same as number three. Number 6 is alternative therapies and, going deeper into your own body and healing blocks and stuff. So I hope that helped. And that's just what I learned. I am not a perfect human being. I struggle a lot with difficult feelings, and so this is some of the things that have helped me and continue to help me. So, peace. Have a beautiful day. Much love.